just opened 8 minutes ago. Tried to get here a little quicker, but I've cleared the cache on my laptop, and I had to re-log into a few things. But yeah, not the greatest day here. Bombs flying again over in back and forth. Plus, we just had some on the crypto side. We had some. We were rejected off that 100-day moving average, whatever, and the technicals haven't looked great ever since. But now we're just continuing to bleed down. But first, let's look at the traditional market. NASDAQ down 0.16, Dow down 0.43. You know what? I always like to check on X, make sure, especially since I redid some settings. Let me just check quickly, make sure people can hear me over there. I always like to, people can hear me over there. So anyway, I like to throw a little GM in the chat for good morning as well, get the chat going. But yeah, bloodbath day out there today in crypto. Like I say, even the market, NASDAQ opened up 9 minutes ago, down 0.2, Dow down 0.43, S&P down 0.12. Traditional market isn't taking it on the chin as much as crypto is. Crypto's not looking good. Bitcoin, 72,830. We're down 2.8%. I'd say the worst thing is we lost last year's low, which was, I think, around 74. I don't know exactly off the top of my head. Around 74, I believe. Might have been a little lower or whatever, but I believe we lost that level. And hope we don't close below that level, because you may remember a month or two ago when we were coming up, that offered a lot of resistance, overhead resistance. So if we break down below that, then that's, we could free fall a bit. But right now, 72,859. Ethereum, $1,980. It's a little worse, 3.4. Hey, good morning, Scott, from the Heine Coin community over there on X. Does a morning show every day. I think I tell you at 8:30. You ought to check that out. Great little community, all about education, super positive, super smart bunch of people over there. But yeah, coming at me from YouTube, so I appreciate that, Scott. I think that helps my algorithm a little bit over on YouTube. But anyway, yeah, Ethereum's been going through it. They've had quite an exodus in some of their core team and whatnot. Also, some big investors have kind of left. So, and look, big thing you probably noticed, and we lost that 2,000 level, which is not only a technical level, but more just those big evens like that are always a psychological area there to keep an eye on, right? So anyway, I don't know why my nose starts itching. I feel like I'm freaking a cocaine addict here. Nose starts itching when I start the show. Anyway, it is what it is. With Ethereum, Tom Lee, I mean, he's got to be down $12-15 billion by now, right? I worry about Tom Lee. I don't worry about Michael Saylor. I really don't, because there's only one Bitcoin ultimately going up. It has no competition, probably never will have, whereas Ethereum does, and they have an opportunity. They've got a little bit of network effects and stuff like that, and they're getting ETFs, and Wall Street's jumping on board. They'll probably be fine, but they're not without their competition. They had an opportunity to be the end all to be all layer one, and there still would have been faster, newer stuff come along, but they would have had a bigger part of the market than they do now. Big part's gone to Solana right now, obviously. And I've been saying for at least a year or more, the metrics, Solana's winning on most of the metrics, not overall, but on the new growth. So I've worried about Ethereum for a little time. Oh, Mr. Heine as well, GM, the actual founder of the Heine community. Like I say, these guys are so just quality people, great groups, all about education, doing everything for the right reasons. They show up every day. Yeah, definitely go follow those guys. Check them out on X. And you guys probably have a YouTube channel. If you want to post that in the chat, because there may be some people that are only on YouTube here. It's obviously you can find them on X, but it's Heine Scott, and then Mr. Heine, and then I think the other one's just Heine Coin. But oh yeah, hey Artie, welcome, another longtime friend from X joining me over on YouTube. It's really helping me out a lot over there. I appreciate it. Obviously, love the listeners on X as well. It's where most of my listeners are at, obviously. But yeah, it's a red market today, right? Definitely a red market, and no way to sugarcoat that. XRP, $1.29.2, down 2%. Solana, and we're looking at the daily chart here. Solana, $80.71, down 2.8%. We see it got it almost broke below 80 over the evening. So listen, it's just we got bombs flying. We haven't seen an all-out destruction of the thing. Trump's kind of playing it down. Hey, Coach Master, GM Jim, man, all my friends from X, Twitter coming over here supporting on YouTube. So appreciate it. Yeah. Also good to see people over on X as well, but good to see you, Coach Master. Yeah, it's one of those bad days, bloody days that happen, right? And long term doesn't make a difference. You zoom out on the chart and won't even be a blip. You won't even be able to see it. But when we're here living it, it's not super comfortable. Yeah, Coach Master. Yeah, if you are listening on YouTube, please smash the like button, or on X as well. Let more people know about it. I'm sure that there's people that are, downright scared, maybe selling their bags or thinking, and that's probably not the move. We're hearing more doom and gloom. Like I say, the bad thing technically is we're getting below that last year's low. So that's not good. We had a hard time breaking up to it. Hopefully we can break above that and go. Overall, though, there's not a lot of good news happening. Technically, things aren't looking good. We're diverging a little more from the traditional market, though it's down today as well. We got bombs flying. That's not good. Trump's down, playing it like I said. But nonetheless, there's not absolute panic in the market. At least, there's the crypto market's more, I think, just about the technicals are bad, and you start to cascade. But I checked today. My kind of what I look for on the low side is the 200-week moving average. It's at 61.5. Last time we dipped down, it was at 59.5. We never hit it. In fact, we never even dropped below 60,000. Sorry, a little bit tired. I was up watching the news a lot last night. I thought had a lot going on, doing some stuff at CoinZoom. Still haven't even read all my messages. Working on our affiliate program and some other things. So, but I was watching real close. I have a few sources I watch, like live feeds and stuff from all over the world when there's conflict going on. So I didn't get much sleep, so I was watching that quite a bit, to be honest with you. So, but anyway, we'll check back. Let's jump over to the news here and see what's going on. Yeah, fear and greed. Talked to you yesterday. It was the first day we dropped down to 25 into extreme fear. Now it's down 22. I expect this trend to continue because there's uncertainty about the war, uncertainty about the Clarity Act. So this comes as no surprise. But I like to trade the fear, to be honest with you. In the past, I've literally I've traded the fear and greed. And if you look at a chart, when you buy the fear and sell the greed, it's pretty effective thing. So I don't mind the extreme fear. It's just an opportunity to buy it. And if Bitcoin's going to do what Bitcoin's going to do, it's going to find its bottom. Maybe it's 70, maybe it's 60, maybe it's 50. We'll find out. But, it's just so funny how different the narrative and the sentiment changes. And that's what we're in the part of right now. But those of us who've been here, it's just another Thursday. Though I'd rather be partying and celebrating, but it's not that kind. It's a tequila Thursday today. But this was crazy. Some guy went in with a junk drive and said, these are all my lost wallets, and filed a lost property in New York. That these wallets, these 39,069 wallets, including some of Satoshi's wallets. And he said, these are my wallets. And he filed a lost property claim. And now he's trying to sue legally to own them. Now, then maybe he's going to try and use AI like that guy did last week and get him, or maybe he hopes quantum computing someday. But he's trying to lay some kind of legal claim, which is funny but interesting. But this is, like Crypto Rover says, craziest Bitcoin lawsuit in history. Anyway, JP Morgan revealed it is hiring to launch spot Bitcoin crypto trading soon. When I heard their head of crypto, I heard her speak at Bitcoin. She just kept emphasizing it was early and early. And all we're seeing going into their ETFs and all the volume and stuff is kind of just organic, self-directed. So I can't remember how many. I want to say JP Morgan has like 17,000 reps. So this is our marketing arm, right? That'll take it to the newbies out there. Yeah, look at this. We dropped, 6-week low, 72.6. See where we're at now. We're at I can't even remember, 72.5. So about the same spot, but yeah. So it was a 6-week low, number one, and obviously I don't know how many hundreds of millions were liquidated, but I'm sure we'll start seeing those posts pop up. But IBIT, this is significant, I think. IBIT had the largest outflows since launch, 527.8 million. So that was a big day, right? So anyway, yeah, that's that. It is what it is. A lot of this, I think, is technical. Some of it macro, but we're getting hit harder than the TradFi markets are. Silver and gold also full correction mode. We're close to hitting a 3 consecutive month red candles with gold, which is the first time since 2022. And silver's on track for its own. Let's go look at those real quick. I don't see a lot of those. Brent crude, 94.2 up 2.11%. Oh, there it is. Gold down, it's 44.60, down half a point today, basically. So Van Eck CEO Jan Van Eck, he's still long-term bullish on Bitcoin, but he's warning 2026, the historic decline year in the 4-year halving cycle, which is interesting. We don't talk so much about the 4-year cycle and stuff, but it's right. My thesis is the war gets settled. That's one thing that can push the market, move the market. We've got the new Fed chair starts moving, talking, whatever, bullishly. That moves the market. We've got the Clarity Act gets passed. That moves the market. And then we've got Trump doing who knows what he's going to try and do to get to win that election. Free money, rebates, all kinds of stuff. Anything within his power to shift the narrative, because, historically speaking, if you control both houses, you lose in the midterm, one or maybe both houses. So he's going to do all manner of stuff. So that's my case. I may be wrong. Do your own research, figure out your own case. That's what I'm thinking. I think we have there's no sell in May and walk away this year. Grayscale said the Clarity Act could boost ETH, SOL, BNB, and Canton. I don't know if they're just talking their bag or what, but anyway, obviously it's going to help. A rising tide lifts all boats. It's going to help everything. They say there's much as 2 trillion sitting on the sideline waiting to come in. China reportedly building AI token future markets, turning AI usage into a tradable asset claim. asset class. So that's interesting with the way they're moving there. Apple hit 4.5 trillion val. Apple shares up 14%. Yeah, traditional stock market's doing better than crypto this year, but that's an anomaly in my opinion. Yeah, so here we are trading strikes. IRGC claims to struck a U.S. airbase after the U.S. military targets Karg Island. The strait's now closed. Tension escalate. Trump is downplaying it, saying there still might be a deal. So we'll find out. I have not heard that the deal is broken. Also, here we go. Here's Michael Saylor's suggestion for us. HODL. For those of you that don't know, someone was trying to say hold on an early Bitcoin forum and they misspelled HODL. So it's kind of gotten into the vocabulary. Probably the biggest news today that I saw, Samsung takes big stake in South Korea's largest crypto exchange. Samsung units are buying a $400 million stake in Danamu, which is the parent company. So big stuff happening. Huge companies. Pretty soon it's every company, every country, every sovereign wealth fund, every state, every person, every fund is going to own some Bitcoin. That's how it gets to, 10 million plus someday. Oh, that's another HODL. I don't know what I did have there. That wasn't it. But yeah, NVIDIA CEO telling you to buy energy stocks. He's literally saying demand will 1,000x. This is the best time in humanity to invest in sustainable energy. If you've been listening to the GM Bitcoin Morning Show, the show coming up right after that, our Space on X, you will know that we've been talking about that for about 2.5 years. Hoff's the first one that said you want to play AI, play energy. So, and probably nuclear, man. Keep an eye on nuclear. PCE came in 3.8, forecasted 3.8, previous 3.5. So it's up a little. Obviously, there's a war going on, oil shortage going on, not surprising. Core is up 3.3, forecast 3.3. The definition of a nothing burger. Jack Dorsey's Cash App and Square now displays sats with the B symbol. They also have more. The other story today with them was that they enabled a stablecoin transaction. So that's it. Yeah, we're just in a bad day. Let's take one last look at both markets. And then this is one of the days you get through. This is when you got to touch some grass, shut off your phone, do your thing. Birthday for a family member. So I'll be trying to do that here. I'm not going to be very fun at the birthday party, trying to stay awake. But anyway, it is what it is. I really wanted to keep an eye on the markets. I really thought maybe the tensions would escalate and we would not be in a good position. But luckily, things are status quo as it is over there. Of course, it's the middle of the night there. And I'm talking about Iran. Okay, about the same. Nothing really changed. We'll see how Bitcoin's doing. Okay, that was not it. That was, our Ankita. Ankita took a little. No, that's not Ankita. Yeah, it is. Yeah, our Ankita got a little. Took a few strays last night on Space, and some people were talking some FUD or they were legit concerns. Anyway, nonetheless, took a little beating, some bigger wallets. And listen, we told you when we got in, this had already been out for a month. There's some wallets holders from holding from before. They're dumping whatever, but looks like it's popped back a little. So I love Ankita. It's just look. The reason I'm in is for the content, honestly. They came up on my show, Green Man Report on X. He came up, told us about it. We bought it, like around 3,000-4,000 up to about 12,000. And then some other people found out about it, like the content went up and went down, older people selling. It is what it is. So nice to see it pop back a little bit. But like I say, when we talked about it less than a week ago, it was literally at 3,000. So it went up like 65x. So expect some pullbacks and some old bag holders taking some profits. But anyway, I'm going to just go over to my BitUnex here and look at the. Let's take a look at the. This is where I trade my grid bots. Let's just pull up. Oh, sorry. Let's pull up the Bitcoin chart. What's going on here? Let's see where we're at here. 72,993. So almost back to 73. So looking at the channel, back a little bit off the lows, but nothing to write home about. But look, if you're new here, this is the game. This is how it is. Up, down, volatility, FUD, which stands for fear, uncertainty, doubts. Bottom line is this great news. We see all the news happen, all the positive stuff happening. My opinion, risk reward, there's never been a better time. We might even see a Bitcoin strategic reserve could really save the market too. Announcement of that. Trump's already said he's not going to let other countries get the jump on us. And this is a big thing for him. So buy if you can. If you can't hold, probably not the time to sell unless you think it's going down lower. On the Heine community, they've got Steph. He does some great technical analysis. You can go there and listen to that every morning and ask questions too. He also holds a show 3 times a week at noon. Steph from the Heine community, great technical analysis guru. So, hey, check it out. It is what it is. Not a happy day. We're not doing backflips. I'm drinking water because I don't drink, but that's part of the reason I don't drink, because maybe I would have, maybe that would be vodka or tequila or something. Who knows? It just is what it is. I've just been here so many times, seen it, and it always comes back higher. So I'm just trying to get all the Bitcoin I can, support all the good projects out there, telling people about CoinZoom, telling people about other projects I like, and helping educate and support people and make contacts out there. So great people. I appreciate everyone here live and everyone that supports it every day. Jumping right over the Bitcoin. Got 3 different show names I got to remember. Bitcoin, GM Bitcoin Morning Show. Join us over there. Some more people come up and talk and come up and share with yours. But to Coachmaster, Artie, Mr. Heine, and Scott specifically, thanks for always supporting. And feel free to jump us over there and let's talk about this. And we're here every day, rain, snow, or shine. Cuba war about to start. Tyrone Shoelace, absolutely. I think that's imminent. I think that'll be more of a Venezuelan type situation. I think that'll be good. We're getting 10 million barrels a month, I think, out of Venezuela now, and some of that money's going back in. But yeah, I think that's about to start as well. Yeah, and that's definitely not war doesn't help the war, pending war, rumors of war. What does the Bible say? It doesn't help the charts. But that's it, man. Have a good day, as good as you can. We'll be here tomorrow.